Hello and welcome to my garden channel. I thought I would do a video today on what to do when you have seeds that have expired. Today is January 20th, 2020, and I live in Washington, D.C., which is in Zone 7. It's a little early to start some of these vegetables and herbs for outside transplants. But I'm looking through my seeds and realizing I have quite a few that at this point are expired. Just looking at the tomato seeds, this one expired in 2011. So what do you do? Are these seeds still good or not? Well, the short answer is maybe. The long answer is it depends on how they were stored. I kept mine in a cool, dark place. So in theory, they should be fine. But how do you test that? You don't want to wait until that point that's 8 to 10 weeks before your last frost to determine if the seeds are good or not. You want to be able to check now. Well, we can do that using just a couple of basic pieces of equipment. All you need is a few baggies, some paper towels, and a Sharpie. And with this method, you can essentially test out to see if the seeds will germinate or not. The process is going to be we moisten the paper towel, lay it out flat, squeeze out the excess water. You just need it damp. You're going to squeeze out the excess water, put a few seeds on it from each of the various vegetables and herbs. Use a Sharpie to mark the bag, and fold the paper towel over and put them in. Put them in the bag and seal it up. And in, I don't know, 10 or 12 days, you see how many of those have germinated. If you're getting maybe, I don't know, 2/3 or maybe half of them germinating, then that gives you a number to go on when you start your seed planting, seed starting in March timeframe, February or March timeframe. So let's get started. We'll use a felt tip pen to mark each of the bags so we know what we're trying. We'll see if their seeds are any good, because the last thing I want to do is buy more seeds when I have several sitting here unused that may or may not be good. So let's find out. Okay, so I'm going to do the basil right now. I have a paper towel that has been, it's damp. I ran it under the water in the sink and just wrung it out. We just need it damp. And if you can see, I put 10 seeds in there. You want to use about 10. You want a good sampling. I mean, if you only put 3 or 4 and you only have one germinate, how will you know if the rest are pretty good? You want a pretty decent sampling size. I've already labeled the baggie, so essentially what you want to do is fold this over. You need coverage on both sides of the seed to let it germinate. And this should actually, you can kind of see them poking through there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the baggie, seal it up, keep it in a room temperature area. Doesn't really need direct sunlight at this point for the germination phase. And every maybe 5 or 6 days, open the bag a little bit, let some of the moisture escape that might be condensing inside the bag. And if it's drying out, just mist it with like a little spray bottle. So let me get these buttoned up. I'll get a few more of these going. I may not do all of the seeds you saw earlier. But I'm going to do the ones, I think mainly the herbs. And if some of them do germinate, well, you can transplant them to soil with no problem. I mean, you would get maybe a pair of tweezers. You really have to be delicate because there's no soil around it at this point. You don't want to disturb it too much. But let's get these taken care of, and then we'll come back and see how we do. All right, so welcome back. So now we have 5 different sets of seeds set up for germination. I just chose a small number for now. We'll see how our success rate is to see if we do some more. But we've got some hybrid tomatoes here. Early Girl is what they're called. Some snowball cauliflower. Some basil. You can never have enough basil. Salad mixture, which that one threw me off a little bit. Just because it is truly a mixture of seeds. So while I have 10 seeds in each Ziploc here, the 10 seeds in the salad mixture are a variety of seeds. So we'll just see how that goes. And then finally, dill. There's nothing better than some fresh dill in the garden. I was going to do the mint and parsley, but then I recalled that I have both of those still growing in part of the garden out front. Even in winter here. So that's what we've got. So we'll let these go. The way it works here is we'll just put these in kind of a room temperature, dark place. Normal light is fine, but you really don't need a lot of light. I mean, if you think about it, when a seed germinates, it's below the soil. It's not getting sunlight. And every few days I'll open it up if there's a lot of condensation, just to kind of release some of that. And then seal it back up. And if the towel's getting a little dry, I'll get a spritzer bottle and just spray it a little bit, just to keep it damp. And then probably in about 10 days, maybe 12 days, I'll see what's germinating. And we'll see what kind of success we have at that point. We'll do another video at that point to see, another video in this series to see kind of how we're doing. And at that point, if we've got some success, we'll maybe do something on transplanting those to soil. So I think that's about it. So please, let me know what you think down below in the comments. This is my first video. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I've done some city gardening before when I lived more downtown, more container gardening at that point, since there was not one blade of grass on my property. Moved here maybe a year or two ago, and now actually have a little bit of land where I can plant some of these things. So, I've been wanting to do these videos for a while. So let me know what you think. Let me know what kind of videos you look for. I'd love to keep doing this kind of stuff. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.